homophobic cis men who are like,
well, lesbians just haven't been with me.
And they look like a foot. Hey, this is Jamie, welcome back to another video of us on the channel. I don't know, but welcome either way. I'm very glad to have you here for today's installment
of trans memes.
It is that time again for the wholesome, the relatable, the positive trans memes, the nice ones, not the transphobic ones. Are you ready? I think you are. Let's go. Yeah, tea is cool, but have you heard of super tea? What is super tea? Oh my god, is that testosterone that works really, really fast or is really, really amazing? I don't know, but yeah.
Give me super tea.
How my brother supports my transition. FTM. Hey Frank, yeah, you will never be a woman. Bah. I don't know why I imagine them laughing like sheep. Yes, that's very cute. Who is lost and kind of dumb. What a cute comic. I like the kind of transy coded color in the background. But yeah, we like that when somebody is allying by mocking the accidental allies. New gender neutral bathroom just dropped. Do you think J.K. Rowling deserves a bronze statue in Edinburgh for her incredible contribution to literature? Oh. Well, if she doesn't want trans people using the appropriate bathrooms, then we're gonna need to find an alternative. And talking of J.K. Rowling, this July saw the 1-year anniversary of the masterpiece of the person who pointed out possible black mold growing on her walls. Sorry, but is that black mold growing up the walls of her house? Is that why she's the way she is? On this day 1 year ago, Mushy Crouton posted an image of J.K. Rowling's profile picture with the following comment. If you zoom in, it really does look like it. And now black mold has become a really big internet thing with J.K. Rowling. There has to be an explanation. But let's all celebrate. We're now coming up to 1.5 years since the black mold tweet. We should hold it dear in our hearts. British actors will really be like, trans rights, and then work on a project that's made by the world's most notorious transphobic author who literally funds anti-trans legislation in the UK. Yeah, it really confused me. I did a deep dive into this of the cast in the new series, and I was like, wow, quite a few of them have actually spoken out saying they support trans rights, yet they're still doing the project. Both audiobook and TV. And then we just don't talk about Keira Knightley. All my homies support trans rights. A world without trans people has never existed and never will. That's very true. Those little bears, I can't tell if I find them really cute or creepy, but I like this t-shirt. I would wear this t-shirt. Yeah. Oh, and then on the back, I think this is the back of it. It just says a world without trans people has never existed and never will. I did recently make a couple videos looking back at trans history that really does show that as far back as we can see human history, there are examples and evidence that there were trans and gender diverse people living their lives existing in the world. And talking of history, I want to take you back to the 1920s real quick. Bear with me. I want to talk to you about something that I love just as much as trans memes, which is an awful lot. Thank you to June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. I'm sure you've all heard me talk about June's Journey on the channel before because June's Journey is legitimately one of my top tier all-time favorite mobile games and I have been playing it for years. I've put a lot of time into June's Journey. And that's just because June's Journey has everything. Beautiful hidden object scenes, a mystery to unravel, multiple mysteries to unravel, murder, and a strong woman protagonist. Very important. Amateur detective June Parker is putting her brains to the test to unravel the mystery of her sister's murder. And she'll also be solving plenty of other mysteries along the way. Now, to fully immerse you in the gameplay of June's Journey, we have a little mystery of our own to solve. You may remember in these videos, we looked at episode 1 and episode 2 of the mystery of the missing tuna sandwich. Well, today, everybody, is the day that we finally find out who stole the sandwich. Dun, dun, dun. In episode 2, the clues led me to a licked clean tuna can, an empty bag of crisps, and a new prime suspect. Come with me to solve this mystery once and for all. Alright, let's find these clues. Clue number 1. Prawn. Oh, I mean, he looks happy, but has he eaten a tuna sandwich? Okay, a laptop. Ah!
Oh, I was working on that.
And finally, a sandwich crust. Was that a leftover sandwich crust on the bed? Did you eat my tuna sandwich?
That was your sandwich.
Well, that's that then. Mystery solved. I am so relieved we finally solved the mystery. Who guessed it was Shaba this whole time? I had my suspicions. And if you love that and it looked like fun, then you're going to love June's Journey. You'll get to play through stunning hidden object scenes, all set in the glitz, glamour, and sometimes grit of the 1920s. You'll search for clues to help progress the story and solve the mysteries. Get your magnifying glass on. You'll also be able to decorate your very own island as you progress. Exercise that creative expression. This is my island, what do you think? I even have a winter wonderland. I've honestly been building this place for years and I'm very proud. And if that's not enough, there is no chance of getting bored playing June's Journey, because there are plenty of special events and seasonal content. My personal fave is something called Sweep the Board. I get incredibly competitive about it and I have to win it every time it happens. Aside though, I do love playing June's Journey to relax and just unwind at the end of the day. Who said solving murders couldn't be relaxing? So go download June's Journey for free right now for yourself. You can click the link in my description box or scan this really handy QR code. Go on, you know you want to scan the QR code, and if you can't scan the QR code, then go click the link in the description box. You know you want to. Go on, I'll give you a second to do it. It's definitely worth it, you won't regret it. And if you were wondering, June's Journey is available on all iOS and Android smartphones and tablets, and is also available on PC. So wherever you want to play, June is waiting for you. And now that you have downloaded the game, let's go back to the wonderful trans memes. Are you ready? Fox News tomorrow. Somehow trans people got something to do with this. I heard this was a meme of like the world exploding, and it's like,
Well, somehow this is trans people's fault.
because for some reason bigots are like,
Well, you know all this awful stuff that's happening in the world? This awful, terrible stuff. Yeah, well, it's this marginalized 1% of society that's causing all of it. So let's direct all of our hate and attention there.
it's not trans people, trust me. Way more to do with the other 1% of society. What did Laverne Cox say? You're looking at the wrong 1%.
At the end of the day, trans people are less than 1% of the population, and trans people are not the reason you can't afford eggs. We're not the reason that you can't afford health care. We're not the reason that you can't buy a house or your rent's too high. Yeah. I think they're focused on the wrong 1%. Ooh. I think the other 1% is the reason for all those things.
J.K. Rowling turned 60, and Shaggy, the true Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, I'm younger, hotter, and support trans rights. The only thing that's important is supporting trans rights, to be fair. Jesus showing off his top surgery to the boys. I feel like I've seen this meme before, I've probably reacted to it before, but it's the festive season. I felt like it was time to bring this back around. And yes, calling Jesus trans will absolutely piss off so many bigots that it's just worth doing again. Oh, we have two women in love sitting on the bench and a guy looking creepy in the background. Oh no, what is he going to do? You ladies just haven't been with a real man yet. Ew. Ew, disgusting. And the really sad thing is, this is not an uncommon occurrence from homophobic cis men who are like,
Well, lesbians just haven't been with me.
and they look like a foot. Not that that matters, because they could be the most attractive man in the world. But the fact is, those women are not attracted to men. So stop it. They're looking shocked. He said, ladies, I passed. Well, silver linings, beautiful. And you know that this is the type of guy who would be like,
I can always tell. when you're trans. Oh yeah, I can spot trans people a mile off. It's all in the eyes.
nah, you can't. That's why there's so many accidental allies. Like him, kind of bigoted in one way, accidental ally in another. Turns out she is a lesbian, I'm a woman, and neither of us are Mormon. Lol. Aww, I love that for them. Nothing more classically LDS than two wives. Lovely. Congratulations. Even planets say trans rights. If even a planet can say trans rights, then I'm sure society will get there one day. See, look, nature. It's naturally occurring. Nature says trans. If it wasn't already enough evidence, the number of instances of animals changing sex in nature. Like, I think there's like types of frogs that do it, banana slugs, parrotfish, other types of fish, various other animals. There was even a lioness who grew a mane when there was no male lion in the pride. Something like that. Obviously, there's different reasons and it works in a different way with animals. But when people are like,
Oh, being gay isn't natural. Oh, you can't change yourself in this way.
and it's like, but it's in nature. It works differently because humans are different, our brains are different, but it's the same. It's in nature. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. It's in nature. Natural. Getting my top surgery at Glass. Catch you later. That's hilarious. Yeah, they do it right in the window. The idea of getting my ears pierced in that seat always just seemed like the most heinous thing ever. Top surgery, on the other hand. Yeah, that's funny. It's not for girls. Yorkie. If I eat enough of these, I'll turn into a boy. Years later, I ate a lot of Yorkies. Do you know, it's the Yorkies that were out there making millennials trans when they were kids. Blame the Yorkies, people. Life when you realise half of transphobes are bots and the rest might as well be. You text. I think that has been left unplaced. But yes, a little butterfly landing on the nose of a doggy. Didn't they find out that like all these thousands of tweets from so many different accounts were actually all just bots, like transphobic stuff to like bolster up how prevalent transphobia looks? It all just boils down to like a handful of accounts that all these bot accounts are being run from. There is not that much transphobia in the world. Twitter just makes it look like there's a lot more transphobia, but there really isn't. It's just a small minority of weirdly passionate people who are weirdly passionate about being hateful. They really need to take up crocheting. It's much more productive. Mum, Dad, I think I might be trans. That's okay, honey. We will love you no matter what. Guess that makes me Derek. Don't you dare. Oh, he's walking over to the window. Oh, he's disappearing. Oh, he's transparent. I am sorry. I've said this so many times, and I realize that there are people who disagree with me on this, but I will die on this hill. The joke works for trans people who are parents. That is when you are transparent, a trans parent, not when you are a parent of a trans person. It does not compute in my head for it to work that way around. If you say cat dad, I am, oh, wait, did I just prove myself wrong? Oh, I get it. It still doesn't work. I still don't want to say it that way. Shush. It's because trans is an adjective. If you say happy parent, it is not the parent of a happy person. It is a happy parent. It's because that's what it is. Cat dad was the wrong thing to do. It's because trans, like transgender parent, which shortens into transparent. Trans is an adjective. It's a describing word. So it's describing the type of parent as being trans. But then I guess some people would say, no, it's describing the type of person the parent is parenting. But it just doesn't math in my head. The math ain't mathin', people. It's not working. Transparent. And so therefore the transparent joke is for trans people who are parents. That's how it works in my head. Sorry. Apparently a few trans people in the 1940s claimed their transition was caused by some mysterious disorder. Like, yeah, I suddenly turned into a woman. Must be a tumor or something. Oh well, I guess it's what nature intended. No sense fighting it. And cis people just bought it. That is thinking outside the box. Innovation. Whilst living in a society that would never accept you for who you truly are. It's sad that they had to come up with that, but I really hope it did actually give a bunch of trans people the ability to live as who they are. Save me? This will permanently overwrite your current me. Oh, it's time. It's time to change the me. Saddest man alive in 2013. Most beautiful woman you've ever met in 2024. Oh, the transition timeline. We love it. You get a feminine haircut. Hee hee. You get charged feminine haircut price. Not hee hee. No to the hee hee. Why is it so much more expensive? I swear, even if a woman goes in with shorter hair and gets what would typically be considered like a mask haircut, is still charged the feminine haircut price, the woman's cut price. There was another thing in here that was like, transitioning to male really makes you realize how entrenched in capitalism being a woman is. And I feel like the haircut meme summed that up quite nicely. Or that summed up the haircut meme, whichever way around you want to look at it. Because there is multiple way rounds it can go, unlike transparent. Should kids' genitals be inspected before playing sports? This is the horrific thing about all the bigots that are like,
we're just protecting children.
No, this is what they're opening kids up to by enforcing their transphobia onto everything and being so trans exclusionary and so terrified of trans people. They're actually harming, first and foremost, trans kids, but all kids, particularly girls. Like, it's so ridiculous that this is even a conversation that could be in the realm of reality right now. I cannot get my head around it. And it's the same thing about cis women being harmed by trans exclusionary bathroom policies. Like, how does that compute in a bigot's mind? Or people who are buying into this bigotry of like,
ah yes, we're doing this to protect the women. Oh, the women are getting more hurt? Oh dear, well at least trans people are sadder.
That's what it's all about. It's just transphobia. Is the sport played with the genitals? No. No genital inspections needed. Yes, kids should not be playing this sport. No genital inspections needed. In short, actually leave kids alone. Bigots. because they're the ones who are bothering kids, not trans people. All sexualities are trans inclusive, unless you're a transphobe. That's very true. It really bugs me when people think that you have to be pansexual to find a trans person attractive. Or if they find out that somebody is with a trans person or has been with a trans person in the past, they're like,
Oh, so you must be pan then, in order to have found that trans person attractive.
and it's like, no, like straight women can find trans men attractive, gay men can find trans men attractive, straight men can find trans women attractive, gay women can find trans women attractive, blah. Check out this new keyboard I picked up. It's for writing transcripts. Transcripts. Scripts that are trans. Yeah, that's very pretty. What a lovely keyboard. Mum, I wish you were a girl. Me. Mum, I'm trans. Mum. No, this isn't how you're supposed to play the game. No, even though my wish has come true, this is not what was supposed to happen. No. Why would a parent say to their kid, though, I wish you were insert other gender here? That just seems really weird. Like, why would you, regardless of whether the kid turned out to be trans, why would you, like, look at your kid who is assigned male at birth and has showed no indication of identifying as anything other than a boy? Why would you say, I wish you were a girl? That's such a bizarre thing to say to your child. It's like when parents are really disappointed at the like sex reveal of their baby, like they find out they're having a boy or a girl and then pink or blue or whatever, and then they start crying or screaming, and they just kind of carry that on even after the child's in the world. They're like, ugh,
I wanted a boy though.
that did happen to J.K. Rowling though. Just saying. Pope Leo the 14th XIV, that's 10, or is it 16? Pope Leo the something will have lunch with 4 trans women in unprecedented meeting. Okay. For like good purposes? To try and like learn more? To progress the views of is the Catholic Church, is it not? Okay, I hope it goes well. Enjoy. Hello, grandson. I thought you... wearing a dress. Okay. That's unacceptable. I was sure we raised you better than this. Oh no. No granddaughter of mine will be buying clothes from Temu. Oh, that switch is so fast. How cute. But yes, no Temu. Here, buy yourself something nicer. Oh, look what mess I made. Imagine that. Imagine like a family member just stumbling upon the fact that you're trans and it's like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And they're like, babe, let me help you. This is wrong. No, I accept you for who you are, but I cannot accept your fashion sense. But yes, please don't shop at Temu. The ultimate goal. Am I a boy? Am I a girl? Who knows? But everyone finds me hot and that makes everyone gay. Everybody's gay. Trans Rights wants to learn the move Brutal Swing. Oh, it's a little trans-colored Pokemon that somebody called Trans Rights. Learn that Brutal Swing and do the Brutal Swing on the bigots. In a metaphorical way, with words and action. Mobile Task Force. No. Male to female. Oh, MTF. Do you know, I had a really funny moment. This has happened multiple times. Well, like, I'll be going through TikTok and I'll see something tagged FTM or somebody will have FTM written on the screen. And I'm like, what's going on? This does not look like trans content at all. People are using it to say first time mum. First time mum. And I'm there like, where is the trans man? Who thought that was a good idea? Give our acronym back. Birth is always painful but worth it. Oh, that's very The Substance. Delicious. Imagine a movie like The Substance, but where it was like your ideal transitioned version of yourself came out the spine of your old self that gave you intense dysphoria, and you had to keep going back. Whoa, that would suck. Me crying because I wanted to menstruate. My cis girl and trans mask friends. It's like, babe, I get it. I get it. To have my ability. Take it. The pre-testosterone version. I get it. But also, woof. Not fun. But I get the dysphoria. That feeling when top surgery is tomorrow. Oh, a devilish Grinch. I really want to watch The Grinch now. I want to watch the animated with Benedict Camembert. And I want to watch the OG with Jim Carrey. I love both. I do like The Grinch. When I was about 12, I realized I'm trans and came out to my parents. Lol, no. Who thought it was a phase? I'm 21 now. It's not a phase. This is what baffles me when transphobes are like,
Oh, it's a phase, you'll grow out of it.
I knew if I'd had the language, I would have come out at 4 or 5 years old. I just thought I was one of the boys. I did not realize there was anything different until I started to understand like gender expectations and pronouns when I hit like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, but I still presented as a boy in public. And then it wasn't until I got really bullied in secondary school for being so masked that I was like, oh shit, well, I better fit in unless I want my life to be miserable, which then just made me more miserable. But I would have come out at 4 or 5. I am now 31. That's a hell of a phase. If our struggle was hopeless, their propaganda would be unnecessary. Keep going. Keep going. We see these like waves of acceptance and they get especially rocky when we're actually making decent progress in society. We just got to ride it out. Honestly, things will get better. Me trying to go on Twitter being trans, it makes me think of that little kid who eats the wasabi and she's like, wasabi.
Wasabi, help!
Trans lives are more important than Harry Potter. Yeah, just a bit. No, they definitely are more important than Harry Potter. We're going to end the video on Blowhigh. Come to bed and cuddle with me. Okay, Blowhigh. Where is he? There. Right. I'm gonna go cuddle Blowhigh. Thank you for watching today's video. That is it for the trans memes for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to, but no pressure. And don't forget to go click the link in the description box or scan this very handy QR code if you haven't already downloaded June's Journey. Go on, you know you want to do it. It's the end of the video now. You're not gonna miss anything. Go click the link, scan the code, do it. Thank you. And thank you for watching. And thank you to my lovely Patreons whose names you can see up the screen right now. I really appreciate your support. And a big shout out to my top tier Patreons. Where are you? Ginger Blues, Tig, Night Soul, Sugar Joe, Elden K, Nesta, The Third Hatman, Max Makes Mods, Dylan Irving, River Champion, Chloe, Iona Balash, TNS Mum, Sally Drew, Randy, Albar, Marv Muller, Rachel Raptor, Jesse Whistle, Gosco, Sienna Lamb, Slayer, Sarah Hobbs, The Paisley Prince, Riley Ray, Bill Dad the Shoeite, @888_Mars, The Deck of Cards, Claire Henley, and Marin. Sorry, did I do that in one breath? Aside from Ginger Blues and Tig. Interesting. It felt like one breath. I'm sorry, Marin, I said your name very funny. Anyway, thank you so much for your support and thank you so much for watching the video. Much love. Goodbye.